What's up? It is Tuesday. I feel like it's like Thursday. So much has gotten done this week already. It's April 2nd. Talking about BYD being dethroned, Ford riding the discount train, and the big April Fool's joke that may have been on you, but probably not.
Who knows? My kids even got in the April Fool's game last night.
Did they?
I was proud of them. I was proud of them.
Okay.
You know,
you got to tell now.
Yeah.
What they do.
Well, so it was really my daughter. I don't know if she meant to. I still haven't figured this out yet.
Oh, maybe that's because it's the best April Fool's joke ever.
Right. So and it wasn't on me, it was on her brother. She planted, because the mailbox is like in a centralized location, the way all the new neighborhoods are doing it, right?
Yep.
And so she planted a coin like 2 days prior on Saturday in the mailbox. Now, I don't know if this was April Fool's or just she was trying to get her brother, but she opens up the mailbox. She's like, the mailman put a coin in here. And he's like,
I could just see his face.
It was great. She goes, April Fool's. It was amazing. I was so proud.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think one single April Fool's joke was cracked in my house. We're not I don't know. It's never been a big thing.
Yeah.
Practical jokes.
I appreciated your LinkedIn April Fool's.
You know, Michael Cirillo is what inspired that. I read his post and I was like, I got to do one of these.
You got to go for it. Yeah.
And then I had to do. Did you see Rob Angus's picture?
Dude, sublime. I'm like, how do we find that on a screen somewhere?
Who would have thought I would have got selected to be the next contestant on So You Think You Can Dance? You're more believable than me for sure.
Yeah, you're going to be doing head spins before you know it, you know?
Yeah. Do they do head spins on So You Think You Can Dance?
What's that?
Oh, yeah, I guess that is. You know what? It's funny because
so there's So You Think You Can Dance.
You watch?
Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, son of a gun! I got it.
Yeah, you were this close.
That's what I was going for. I was like, "What's that show called? Dancing show on TV?" I was like, "Yeah." So the head spins.
That's a good one.
The head spins would be more my speed than.
Speaking of things that are this close, it's not really a segue, but Paul, this close is, I think it's 42 days out from ASOTU CON right now, which is nuts. I can't wait for it. Everybody's coming. Ticket sales are pacing way up. The energy around it, the sponsors come in, the speakers are all pumped. We got Ben Stock riding high for his day one.
You got to check out the speaker list. It's ridiculous. It is so ridiculous when you have people from the very front line of the dealership all the way to chairman of NADA, people from automotive news, Steve Greenfield. When you have that whole mix, we have 3 M&A firms being represented. So we're talking about the air game and the ground game all at the same time.
Everything in between.
Got to go check out the sessions and the speakers and get your
Paul and I basically are trying to moderate as little as possible so we can pop into every single room this year. That's we're just can we get some popcorn too and hang out?
It's always the saddest part of ASOTU CON for me is knowing all the sessions that I missed. I can only be in one place at one time. But we also have, we're all going to be in one place at one time when it comes to keynote time. Brian Benstock closing out day 1 keynote. Danelle Delgado opening day 1 with a keynote. That name is probably one that sounds familiar to you. And then, of course, Will Guidara, New York Times bestseller, author of Unreasonable Hospitality. We were with him in person last week. He's not going to disappoint. He's our closing keynote.
Not at all.
He owned and ran the best restaurant in the entire world. That is not an exaggeration. Literally. Literally. So, got to come. Bring some of the hospitality into the auto industry. Want a special thanks to our partners Reynolds and Goobagoo for being the presenting sponsor, making it all happen. Wocan, our friends at Wocan, having a breakfast on Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, the 15th. Maryland Auto Dealer Association having their annual meeting in the morning of 16th. Thursday, May 16th. Am I getting these days right?
Yeah, you got it. Nailed it.
Yeah. So our friends at Effective have a whole podcast stage going on with us. It's just going to be so much fun. So much practical, tactical things you can bring back to your store to make a real improvement. Speaking of making a real improvement.
Hey.
Segue.
This one surprised me. China's BYD is reporting a significant first quarter sales dip in 2024, indicating a possible shift in the global EV market. And the leadership might be going back to Tesla amidst the intensifying price war. So their first quarter sales dropped by, get this, 43% quarter over quarter, while Tesla sales are expected to only fall by 5%. So the overall market's dipping. BYD down 43, Tesla only down 5, potentially putting Tesla back in the #1 spot, despite the year-over-year increase. The dramatic quarterly drop hints at Tesla's like kind of endurance and dominance. They have been in the game for a long time. They do have a big customer base, and you know,
and they got straight to pricing. I mean, I think they
right away
in China dropped the price like equivalent $5 or $6 grand US dollar, right? Yep. That's an insane ability to go from like low 30s to mid 20s to get competitive in a market where you were losing the price war. This is like playing with house money is what Tesla is doing right now with the economy and with vehicle sales and price points. It's wild to me.
Yeah, it's very wild. But I mean, I guess that's what happens when you are profitable out of the gate, or when you build a heavy profit structure in your business. Guess what? You have the flexibility to react fast, react first. And this one, it just surprised me. I didn't expect to see this potential shift,
especially a 40% drop. I wonder if there was some sort of incentive change or something like that in Asian countries where they're leading. We'd have to look into that.
I mean, it definitely does beg the question, like, is there, like, you know, people talk about like currency manipulation and all these things going on. Like, is there just something going on with the way the sales are being reported, the vehicles are being pushed into the market, right? Like, I mean,
well, and they've had like quality issues, you know, that a lot of people have called out at BYD. So you wonder if maybe just like the market is realizing what the vehicle actually is and moving back to Tesla. I don't know. It's just, hey, we just report the facts and question them. You know?
That's right. What a wild ride. Speaking of a wild ride.
Oh, yep.
Mustang wild ride. It's got to go together. Ford strategic price. It's Mustang. Asterisk, like a Barry Bonds home run ball. Ford strategic price reductions on 2023 Mustang Mach-E may have ignited sales and slashed inventory. So basically, back to an affordability conversation. They've discounted their Mach-E up to $8,100. We've been talking about this as they've been doing it on 2023 Mach-E models. And guess what? Sales have been moving forward. As a result, in February, almost 3,000 Mach-E's sold, which would be a 64% increase year over year since the introduction of the discounts. The inventory movement on the Mach-E has nearly tripled, and its turn rate of 33% is still lagging behind the industry average of 45%. Here's a quote from a dealer, Doug North of North Brothers Ford, says, "We're getting a lot of customers who were always interested in an electric product, but saw it as unaffordable." So, man, what a great again awareness shift in Mach-E's.
Hey, look, if you can close some affordability gap and get that next layer of customer, and that's what everybody's looking for with the EV right now, is what's the next layer of customer that we can assume that we can bring into the EV market and remove from the ICE market. And my guess it is that next layer of affordability. It's not, you know, the long tail of apartment dwellers or multifamily homes dwellers. It is people that have been excited or interested that haven't been able to afford it in that mid-market price point. And with a Mach-E dropping $8,100 gets it a lot closer into that. You know, they still, you know, I don't think should call it a Mustang, but that's just you and my opinion. We don't.
No, it's not just you and my opinion. Every time I've posted about that or mentioned it, I've gotten a resounding like, I know, right? You know?
Right. Yeah.
It's not just our opinion. Trust
I
me.
think also the turn rate obviously increased. And I think I saw the stat was something like from the low 100s as far as day supply into the 70s of day supply.
Yes.
So definitely, you know, it's not just the turn rate, but also the availability in the market is getting a lot closer to where supply and demand typically sits in that 70 to 90 day supply on new cars. So that bodes well for Ford dealers that are looking to both offload these and not have the holding costs that they would expect from other.
It's a nice car. It's a nice car. I rented one when I was in Florida.
That's right.
and did a little review. I really enjoyed driving the vehicle. Again, price point thing.
Yep.
If there's a lot of people that wanted one and now we're in one, that's just going to help. It's good to see. Congratulations, Ford. I'm excited.
Congratulations, Ford.
All right.
No segue to this one.
Speaking back to the beginning of the show, talking about April Fools, I guess.
Hey, from a left-handed Whopper to Velveeta Night Cream, history has seen its fair share of big brands taking part in the ever popular April Fool's games. We thought so. There was a great article just chronicling a whole bunch of different April Fool's jokes from big brands, some of which were quite clearly April Foolsy, and some of which had maybe a little bit more believability to them. And so we wanted to look into them. One of my favorites in there was the 2014 Caribou Clear Coffee, where the PR stunt included a quote saying, in nationwide surveys, coffee drinkers told researchers the number one complaint they have about their beloved drink is the way it stains. And with every good joke, there is some truth and reality to it. So kudos to them. A couple more in 1996. This one was actually like somewhat believable, and a lot of people kind of had a little uprising around it. Taco Bell claimed to buy and rename the Liberty Bell, which was ridiculous.
So good.
Then we had, for all of our left-handed friends out there, the left-handed Whopper, which was very, very Burger King in noting that they were going to rotate all of their condiments 180 degrees for easier left-handed handling. Warby Parker in 2012 spoof claimed to launch a line of eyewear for dogs. This is what I love. This is the brand play. This is where we're going to pull it down, right? Complete with an Instagram account for adorable dogs with glasses on them.
Look, I think that's the one thing that could turn into a real product. People are nuts about buying stuff for their dogs. I mean, when I was in San Francisco for NADA like a few years ago, I was like, what is the deal with all these dogs with like shoes on? Right? Or so socks weird. Or whatever. But I could see dogs walking around with glasses. That could actually turn into a product. There was I saw an old, it was like a Chrysler ad where they talked about the first convertible you could leave open in the rain, and they had like this mechanical diagram where it blew air over the top to keep the rain out. I don't know. It's so much fun. Again, I just love brand stuff, and the brands that get it right, got it right.
Well, and then I love the ones. So the one from last year that I absolutely loved, and I remember this one coming out, was Saucony, the runner shoe brand.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah. So exactly.
Yeah, I would say Saucony because I don't know.
So they said that they were going to change their name to Sock
SOCK
knee. Sock knee, and it actually enabled them to get their name out there in a better way and get their pronunciation right. So it was like an April Fool's brand play pronunciation thing. Like one. Maybe we need to do one where we rename ASOTU to ASOTU.
Yeah.
That everybody can say it,
and
right,
everybody can finally say it right or spell it right, or I don't know. We'll figure that out.
That's some good laughs.
Really some good laughs. That's a great way to start Tuesday. It's a great way to start Tuesday. Hey, whatever you're doing out there, we hope you care about some people, improve your business, and go to ASOTUcon.com and just check out the speaker list, will you? We'll see you tomorrow.